What's up, Amp Unit? Cardio session at the university in about 20 minutes. And instead, I'm making a video with you guys because we got some late breaking news. Unfortunately, I hate talking about this topic and this discussion. It seems like we're always talking about it. Another superstar pinched for drinking and driving. This time it was Jimmy Uso again. 3:04 a.m. in Pensacola, Florida, Jimmy Uso was arrested on DUI, driving under the influence. This is the same individual that in February, him and Naomi were pulled over in Detroit for driving on the wrong side of the road or going the wrong way, right, in Detroit. They were pulled over. Jimmy Uso started acting a fool. According to Detroit police, he got in a combative stance. And he was just belligerent, so he ended up getting arrested on obstruction alone, even though he wasn't even driving, but he was drunk in public. And again, from what they called obstruction and I don't know, just acting a fool, man. That should just be that should be an arresting point in itself. Acting a fool. What were you arrested for? Acting a fool. But there's nothing really funny about it, I know, man. It's actually tragic at this point. This was just February that Naomi and Jimmy Uso were getting pulled over and Jimmy getting arrested. And here we are in July, just a few months later, and Jimmy Uso is once again being arrested for driving under the influence. And it makes you think or ask or beg the question, how many times does somebody have to be told before they do something that is just over the line, over the top, and becomes just tragic? I am telling you guys, I made these mistakes when I was in my teenage years. Every day I was drinking and driving like it was nothing, because in my mind I can make it home perfectly fine. I'm only injuring myself if not. But no, I learned the hard way that you're affecting many people's lives when you decide to do something as stupid as drinking and driving. And somebody like Jimmy Uso who has done this before and has been intoxicated in public, and his brother Jay Uso, who has had a DUI himself, these are individuals that you would think they know the harsh lessons. They know what can happen. They know that they have all of these kids looking up to them as role models. And, and you have Jeff Hardy, same thing. How many chances has Jeff Hardy has he gotten, and he refuses to change? They just keep doing the same thing. And I'm telling you, with individuals like that, unfortunately, there's only one endpoint, and that's rock bottom. And rock bottom can either affect their own life drastically, and unfortunately and tragically, it can affect many people's lives. And it can even take people's lives if they're not careful. And that's what I mean. They cannot be doing this, man. Some people are just like, oh, he had a few beers, he's driving home. Relax, it's a DUI. What? He didn't kill anybody? Is that what you're gonna say? Because what do you think this shit leads to? When you're drinking, guys, when you're intoxicated, you're impaired. That means your judgment, your psychology, everything, your movements, everything is delayed. You think you're going in normal motion. You're actually moving in slow motion. All your actions, all your thoughts. And, that's the whole impaired aspect. That's why it's illegal. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't stop at, oh, he was just going home and he was drinking and driving. He had to be pulled over because it's just against the law. It's against the law for a big reason. You could literally do something life-altering to people, including taking one's lives. I've seen it so many times in my life growing up, and where I grew up, and how we lived, all of us. And it was not the right way to go about business. And let me tell you, I personally paid the harshest of lessons and made those mistakes. And that's why I take it as a real responsibility in my life to, I know it sounds like preaching at times, but to inform people of the dangers and why it is so important that if you are drinking, turn over your keys. Because just getting arrested is the least of your worries. I assure you, I know this firsthand. It's so frustrating when you see the same people making the same mistakes, man. And you would have thought in February, when you saw his mugshot plastered on every media outlet, that he would have, you know, like been like, all right, that's it. I learned my lesson. I know the role that I'm in. I know how fortunate I am being a WWE superstar. I know the role that I am in for young kids, and they look up to us. And you would have thought that would have been it. But just like Jeff Hardy, you would have thought his 10 previous arrests would have been it. And he keeps doing it. I understand. They're fighting demons within their own dome piece. I totally get it, guys. I was fighting my own demons in my dome piece when I was younger. I wasn't just drinking and driving and being an idiot every single day just for the hell of it, just because I wanted to party. It was because I was fighting demons in my head. I wasn't in a good place in my dome piece. Jimmy Uso is not at a good place in his dome piece. Jeff Hardy is not at a good place in his dome piece. I get it. This is where Naomi and his family and his friends, his peers, and his fans need to give him a swift kick in the ass. There's no more, hey, we're with you, Jimmy. It's okay, man. You made another mistake. No, this is like some intervention type shit. You kick his ass into gear. You make sure this never happens again. This isn't just, oh, he had some beers and he tried to ride home. No, this is some fucking major bullshit when you keep making the same mistake that can take lives. That's rock bottom, I assure you. We have to find out more info as well, and hopefully we do. I don't know what more info is going to help make this situation any better unless we find out maybe Naomi was actually driving it, but it's a DUI. That's what we're hearing. So it wouldn't have been Naomi unless she was also... That's what I'm saying. There's nothing that can make this story better. He was driving with a blood alcohol level that was higher than the legal limit. That is an arrest. That is illegal. That is something you can't do. And you're putting people's lives at risk. It's not being over dramatic. It's pretty clear cut, guys. It's pretty black and white. There's no over dramatizing this. You keep making the same mistake until that mistake becomes a tragic event. I can't preach this enough. I don't know how many times people need to hear this. I doubt I'm the only one telling Jimmy Uso this or telling Jeff Hardy this. They have to get help, man. Mentally, I know that. Get out of the... Vince McMahon, his employer, for Jeff and for Jimmy, needs to let him go for a minute. Not fire them, but he needs to absolutely sit them down and say, we're giving you an unlimited fucking amount of time off. You go and get your head straight. I want you to go to therapy, whatever you need to do. But you can't be in this company right now. You're not in a good spot. How many times can WWE keep issuing the same statement when the media reaches out to them about situations like this? And they just come out with the same statement. Jimmy Uso's actions are his own responsibility and not that of WWE or something like that. How many times can you do that until your employee, or I'm sorry, they're not employees, they're independent contractors, but somebody under your umbrella ends up taking a life for some shit? Then what's your statement gonna be? You know? People have to, it has to be like an intervention now. People have to really take this serious. This isn't just somebody drinking and driving, because something like drinking and driving should not be taken lightly. This is a subject that is near and dear to my heart for many reasons. I've seen my own friends lose their lives to it. I've hit rock bottom because of it. And I know of so many stories that people have lost loved ones because somebody just thought they could make it home after a night of partying. I don't care if he had 4 fucking beers. Hand your keys over, buddy. You're a WWE wrestler. Everybody should be following this advice, but especially somebody in a position like that. You should know better. Especially somebody in a position like that who has made this mistake before. You should know better. So yeah, consider this tough loving, man. No question. I got fucking buzzards and bells and horns going off around here. I apologize, guys. We're out in the fucking wild right now. So we're gonna get in another 2 fucking miles. We're gonna go about our day. We hope nothing but the best for Jimmy Uso, his family, his friends, and everybody. It seems like I say the same shit over and over again, and it's like I'm a broken fucking record. We're gonna keep wishing them the best until something tragic happens, unfortunately. But that's the deal, guys. The news we have right now, 3:04 a.m., Pensacola, Florida. Jimmy Uso was arrested under DUI charges. From what we're hearing is he is still in jail right now under $1,000 bond. I find that hard to believe. You can't get somebody to pay $1,000 for you unless Naomi literally said, you know what? No, you fucked up. You stay in jail. That's tough loving. That's what I like to hear. So if nobody pays that $1,000, then he has to sit there for a day or two. I like that shit, man. Let him really ponder where the fuck he is. We love Jimmy, we love Jay, we love Jeff Hardy, we love all these motherfuckers. They entertained us for years. We want nothing but the best for them. Part of nothing but the best for them is getting their heads straight, making correct decisions. And if that means tough loving, then we all need to do that. Nothing but the best for Jimmy Uso, man. Get your head right, my Uso. We'll check you.